Good morning. Time to do another Saturday round of Immaculate Grids. As usual, we have a lot of achievement categories, which I don't know for sure, for example, like all the Cy Young Award winners, but I do find that it's easier to take educated guesses. So we'll see how we do. Okay, so we'll start with through a no-hitter 20-win season. Here we'll just start with Walter Johnson, Big Train, and at one point held the record for most no-hitters before he was eclipsed by Nolan Ryan many years later. Let's see, 21 season All-Star. I'm going to go with Joaquin Andujar. Have to think that he made an All-Star game. I know he had 20 wins. Cy Young, 20 wins. We'll go with Fergie Jenkins. And again, this is a player that I'm pretty sure he won a Cy Young, but I don't know for sure. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Through no-hitter, 2,000 Ks. So I'm going to go with Phil Niekro here. And funny, just have to type in. And my memory is that at some point he was like the oldest player to ever throw a no-hitter. I might be wrong about that, but I feel like in the 80s when I was a kid, I remember that was a newspaper article. But in any case, All-Star 2,000 Ks. We'll go with Don Drysdale. Pretty sure he had the 2,000 Ks. Cy Young 2,000 Ks. We'll go with the Ancient Mariner, Gaylord Perry. I'm sure he has another nickname. It's just in Seattle we called him that. Through a no-hitter, 40 plus wins above replacement. We'll go with Steve Carlton. Pretty sure he threw a no-hitter. No, he didn't. I probably made that mistake before. Let's see, All-Star. Yeah, we'll go with Wade Boggs. Why not? Right? He's got to have a 40 WAR. Knuckleballer, right? He did pitch a game in Tampa Bay, as I recall. Let's see, Cy Young, 40 plus Jim Palmer. All right. Well, darn it. That was a good opportunity to get that grid. Oh well, 8 out of 9. Okay, so for the NBA, the square I'm going to struggle on here, or I'm going to guess on actually, is the Minnesota 76ers. So I'm thinking between, I feel like either Tyrone Hill or Ty Corbin might work here. I know that Ty Corbin played with Minnesota. I know that Tyrone Hill played with 76ers. I think one of them fills this. I might also go with Joe Smith, but again, that's a guess here. Joe Smith definitely works for Golden State, Minnesota, but I have a couple other guys here. Andrew Wiggins, that's probably going to be your high percentage pick, but I also feel like Tom Gugliotta. I know that he played in Minnesota for sure. I feel like he did end up in Golden State at some point. There's Googs. 20 points for the Timberwolves. We'll just go with Garnett. Anthony Edwards is probably your high percentage pick, but Garnett should garner a fair number, 43%. Maybe that'll beat out Ant-Man. 76ers, 10,000 rebounds. I always go with Moses Malone. I'll continue that. Okay, he's been brought up here. Imagine. So Wilt Chamberlain is somebody who, well, he'd go in all three of these for 10,000. I'm going to go with Nate Thurmond. I was going to go with Jerry Lucas would also work here, but we'll go with Jerry Lucas down here. All right. 5 assists. Go with Maurice Cheeks. I feel like Kevin Ollie or maybe Aaron McKee, one of the players that played alongside Allen Iverson, would work here, but yeah, I almost went with Maurice Lucas, which would have been incorrect. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure on those. 5 assists with Golden State. Tim Hardaway. UTEP's two-step. All right. And for 20 points and 5 assists, we always got to show some love for the glove. All right. Over up here, let's go with Joe Smith. I'm pretty sure Joe Smith works here. All right. Well, there's the grid for the men's basketball, NBA. All right. So the W. Once again, we have a college here, this time at Stanford. And like Tennessee, they have a long history of being an elite team. I just don't know as many Stanford players that played in the WNBA as I do Tennessee. But I think I should be able to get this one. So Indiana, Seattle, we'll go with Chantel Lavender. Let's see, Indiana and Minnesota, Shea Murphy. The Edwin Jackson of the WNBA. All right, Indiana Fever, 8 rebounds. We'll go with Aaliyah Boston. Okay, Stanford, Seattle, Kate Starbird works here. Stanford, Minnesota, Candace Wiggins. I'm pretty sure she was drafted by Minnesota. And Stanford, 8 rebounds, Jane Appel, Marinelli. All right. Finals MVP. So Seattle won 4 championships. I'm pretty sure Lauren Jackson would have won one of the finals MVPs. I feel like Benny Lennox won for their second championship. I'm not sure about that. I'm just going to go with Lauren Jackson. I imagine Bird would have won one. And I don't know if Stewie won one for their final championship, but we're going with Lauren Jackson there. Sylvia Fowles, I think, won 2 finals MVPs with the Minnesota Lynx. And 8 rebounds. So here we're going to go with Yolanda Griffith. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure she was the MVP when Sacramento won their WNBA championship. There we have it. All right, let's finish off the NFL. San Francisco and the Cardinals, we'll go with Anquan Bolden. Pretty sure that works here. San Francisco and Pittsburgh. I'm going to go with Gary Anderson, a longtime kicker with Pittsburgh, and I think he did kick for a little bit, maybe like a season or 2 with San Francisco. Yeah, that one. All right. First round pick for San Francisco, Ricky Waters works here. I think he was drafted by Philly, but definitely played in San Fran. Oh, nope. Maybe he wasn't. No, he had to have been a first round pick, so maybe he didn't play in San Francisco. Anyways, 3,000 yards passing for the Eagles. We'll go with Neil Lomax. I think out of Portland State University. 3,000 yards for the Steelers, Neil O'Donnell. And first round, so I need to look up like USFL players because you would have Steve Young and Joe Kelly both played with the USFL, but I don't remember if they were actually taken in the NFL draft. But in any case, 3,000 yards, we'll go with Jim Everett. Let's see. So this is a potential trouble spot. I feel like Simeon Rice would work here, but I'm pretty sure he played with the Cardinals and would have had 10 sacks. All right. Steelers, we have lots of popular choices, I'm sure. We'll go with Kevin Green. Of course, Mean Joe Green would also work. TJ Watt. We'll go with Green. 10 sacks, first round pick, and we'll go with Chase Young. And of course, Chase Young would have worked with, assuming he was a first round pick, with San Francisco, first round pick. Was he only drafted in 2020? Wow, I thought he had played in the league for longer than that. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Well, there's my NFL grid, and hope your grids went well today.